welcome to MindMine. Today, we're rising to the challenge as we face off against time-traveling dinosaurs in Reptilian Rising, a new stylistically quirky 80s tabletop-inspired turn-based strategy game. Think of it like game Inception, where we're players playing a video game where we're a player playing a tabletop game. The core story is that it's 2025 and we've reached the extinction era. Dinosaurs and their hybrid armies are using time gates to enter our timeline to wipe humans out. It's our job to jump around to different timelines to collect various heroes inspired by history, myth, and pop culture, and save the human species. Now, with that extinction era that I mentioned, that's actually the tutorial. You start off as Matilda McFly, which is a great nod to Back to the Future, and you also end up grabbing Sir George and Hamish, his squire, to take out the brood and then escape. We're trying to go back to each different timeline here and save it. So with that, we start off in the Crusade era. So we have Mission 1, Mission 2, Mission 3, and Overlord. So across these missions, we'll end up discovering two more heroes, which will be Marion and Robin, or Robin Hood. And then we'll go up against the boss, which is Draco. Now, as you go through the different fights, you'll be collecting gold, you'll be collecting obsidian, and you'll be finding new cards. Now, with that gold and obsidian, we're actually going to go to the shop. So obsidian is used for time tech. So here you can see time gates, time energy, time capsules, healing tanks, team training, and so forth. What we have access to right now is healing tank. So for example, we could invest our obsidian into lives, increase the number of lives each hero has before they return to the time rift. Or mission retries, increase the number of times you can retry a failed mission per run. Now, as you can see, this definitely is the most expensive in comparison to lives, but it makes sense. Getting more retries, that's great. And it doesn't cost you any quarters, even better. So you know what? I'm actually going to do that. Let's get one more retry. Confirmed. Great. Good to go. We're going to go back. Now, I have a little over 1,000 gold. And what gold does is it enhances the hero perks that your current heroes that you have in your possession currently have. So with that, we only have the skills available to us that our current heroes have. And as you can see, they're categorized in different ways. We have Scout, Warrior, which would be Hamish, Heavy, which would be Sir George, and Elite, which would be Matilda. Let's see. If target is full health, deal 10% of its hit points total as extra damage. Yeah, I did really like that. So you know what? That's 745. So the damage would be 15%. So throwing in Hamish to try to get the first shot would be huge. The only caveat is he's not a heavy, right? So you have to be a little careful. You know what? I think I'm going to go with First Blood. Well, yeah, I think I'll go with First Blood. The more damage we can start off the fight with, the better, I feel like. All right. And then also what's really cool is you get this really neat tabletop. Like this is just a great sort of lobby, quote unquote, which is really cool. And here you can actually view your card collection. So you can go through here and go, okay, these are the cards I've collected through the Extinction era. These are the cards I've collected through the Crusade era and the like, which is really neat. And there are 3 different difficulties, an easy, a medium, and a hard, basically. So let's go ahead and just dive in. We have Crusade Era Mission 1. Cult of the Dragon. Ooh. To win this mission, you must claim the 3 time gates in this level. Claiming the time gates will prevent Draco, the Overlord, from taking further gains in this area. Kill as many of Draco's minions as you can. So it tells you the recruits will have Charles, Robin, and Cleopatra. And then the enemy will be Reptilian Egg, which can hatch. So you want to make sure to take out the eggs when you can. Dragon Disciple and Dragon Firebrand. Well, that sounds cool. All right, and we can see the challenge rating up here as well. So from 1 skull on up. We also see Crusade era and the number of rounds we have. Now, what's interesting about this game is that it's not just about fight the enemies and you win. There are objectives, as you can see here. You must claim 3 time gates, which means you need 2 heroes to touch a time gate to claim it. And then here, difficulty settings, as you can see, easy, medium, and hard. And it seems like the difficulty change only impacts obsidian, not the gold. 1190 CE. Yeah, I also love how you still see elements of what's on the table so that it reminds you, like, oh, yeah, I'm playing a tabletop game. Now, the other cool thing I will add in is that is this game the only game to ever play with the idea of like a tabletop game in a video game? No, but I think they do it very well. And also, they add in certain audio elements that I noticed and it threw me off because I'm like, wait, is that happening inside my home? Like, what's going on? If you pay careful attention, sometimes you'll hear people talking in the background or footsteps. You'll hear the phone ringing. And it's such a great touch because it reminds you, oh, yeah, I'm a player playing a tabletop game. It's really cool. It's really, really, really nice touches. All right, so 3 time gates remain. Stop the Reptilians from sending in forces from other eras by gaining control of the time gates. Claim the time gates within 20 rounds. And then we have, okay, so claim the time gates, but also stop the eggs. The dragon friars have been bringing in dino eggs to the village. Destroy them before they hatch and attack the villagers. Okay, so smash 3 eggs, and that's in 12 rounds. So with this, we're going to select our heroes. And you can see you can actually have a lot of heroes on the board. But you have to be careful because there is a thing called time energy. And heroes take up a certain amount of time energy. So you need to be careful because if you take up too much time energy, that might cut down how many heroes you can actually have on the board. Okay, deploy. Okay. And you can see that Hamish is missing some health. That is from the Extinction era whenever I was doing the tutorials. So evidently you don't heal, so you have to be careful, evidently. Because you could easily lose a hero.
Keep up the pressure, people!
Claim all time gates. Okay, so this is one of the time gates. That's interesting. You'll also find card packs too, which is really cool. And what I find interesting is that because you have to do things in a certain amount of rounds, you really have to make the right choices, you know? Like, you really have to make sure that you figure out, like, okay, how many rounds is it going to take for me to get to here and then to here? You know, am I able to get everything on the board? Okay, so we should be able to attack him. Confirm. Yep. Attack. Yeah, you can hear the phone in the background if you have headphones on. I love that touch. Hit 100%, crit 2%. And because it's a backstab.
Now I've got blood all over my hoverboard.
Nice. And because it's a backstab, we did 2 additional damage. All right, so we have gold to pick up. We have the time gate to get to. Now we can hit defend, and what that does is when we can't attack something, this reduces incoming damage for this turn. Obsidian cubes. Warning, these cubes are connected to the Reptilian Overlord. At the start of each Reptilian phase, each cube sends a warning pulse to the Overlord's summoning meter. So we can actually summon him into the fight. Once the summoning meter is filled, the Reptilian Overlord will arrive in the level. This is bad. Don't let this happen. Fair enough. Yeah, so there are a lot of different elements to think about and take in, which I really appreciate. Like, it looks simple, but there's a lot going on.
Away then.
Firm, and we need to claim it. This is a partial claim. Okay, we should be good there. Let me go here.
Sure.
I also like how they show how many claims are on a time gate, which is cool. In case you forgot, like, did I tap this with a character or not? Because ideally, as you get more heroes on the board, you can split them up to do different things, right? You can have 2 go to a time gate. You can have another 2 take on a cube. Yeah, there's nothing I can do, so. Ye first gate hath fallen. Aid us, my brothers. It just popped out of a little manhole. That's great. Like how they have like little things to say. Oh, you. I gotta do that again. I didn't know they could take it away. Info cards contain information about the units. Yep. So you can actually right click on a unit and get all the information on them, which is really cool. So for example, health, speed, defense, dodge. So these guys are really just cannon fodder. Okay, I want you. Well, let's attack.
Don't let a hail stage with thee!
Yeah, what he said. Can I not claim it? Oh, man, hold on. You can attack, you can move. For some reason, we can't claim. Really? Oh, well, at least she can claim. As soon as I can click on her. Come on. There we go. There. Yeah, there's a certain order in clicking things, and I just have to get that down. And that right there is another hero that we can pull through this sort of time warp, and they can help us. I'm guessing, let's see, is that Sir George or is that, let's see, summon. No, that's another hero, okay. We had the time energy, though, to summon Sir George, so that's great. We're going to push to the obsidian cube now.
As you wish.
Defend.
None shall get past my blade.
Oh, they're sending through reinforcements? Oh, fun. Yeah, this is a brood warrior, which I believe is a hybrid. So do we have to also defend these time gates? That's wild if so.
Of course.
Well, then I'm going to keep Hamish here then. Go ahead and attack the time gate. I love how she just beats things with, with her hoverboard. That's fantastic. Okay, we're going to defend. And we'll end turn. Power shards. Power shards are fragments of the shattered Mesozoic time gate, ejected through time and space. Each shard contains a buff which will enhance one of your heroes. Ooh, okay. Duly noted. Definitely want this corner. We've got a card and a power shard.
Verily, thou art about to receive a buttock kicking.
That almost sounded painful. All right, recruit. Let's see. Reach into a time to recruit. Yes, so there. Nice. So we can either get Cleopatra from the classical era, human range scout mammal, special ability Serpent Strike, Arrow of the Four Winds. There's also Robin. So staggering shot, piercing shot, level 10 scout, hero path recon, pathfinder gorilla. Or there's Charles from the atomic era. Deadshot, level 10 scout, hero path recon, scout, or gorilla. You know what? Because we're in the Crusade era, let's just go Robin, right? And I love how it comes in that packaging initially. That's so cool. You get some lore on the hero. There we go. Okay, you Smack him. Be gone! Not today. Okay, can we... Can't claim this, but we can move forward, get the gold. We can move and get the obsidian. Okay, now from here. There's a tape here, there's another time gate. Oh, looks like maybe we need 3 for that one? 2 for this one, 3 for this one. 3 for this one, perhaps? Oh boy, okay. Now we want to get the eggs out of the way as well. So we do need to get moving with that, because we need to do that in 12 rounds. 1, 2, 3. Another angle we can see it from. Okay, so we're going to move Robin and Sir George. Okay, so I selected Robin, and we leveled up. So as you can see here, when you level up a character, they get a stat boost. It could be health, it could be health and damage, for example. So here we're getting +2 health, and then from there we can choose the upgrade. So we have regen, recover 1% of total hit points each turn, which is pretty handy as he has low health, so that's 17. There's also mammal lethality, deal 10% basic weapon damage to mammals. So, for instance, the followers that we're facing right now. Or precision, attacks reduce the dodge stat of a defender by 20%. Now that sounds huge. You know, I think for this specific stage, and at least initially with what I think we're going to be facing, probably mammal lethality is going to be really handy. So let's go ahead and grab that. And then we're going to move Robin here.
Okay.
And attack the egg. Nice.
My aim is true.
All right, so with that, let's go ahead and have Robin attack. That out of range? Doesn't seem to be. Okay. It's not quite strong enough, though, unfortunately. Actually, you know what? Let's move you here.
All right.
Okay. And then we have Sir George. Try to send you in here. That way we could face them and hopefully take out that egg. Put up defend. I don't know if I really want to move Hamish or not. I'm kind of paranoid, to be honest. Okay, so that's been claimed. Yeah, you know what? Let's have you wait. And then let's push you forward as well, because Sir George is going to need the backup. Okay, fine. You move there. Really adamant about me moving Hamish. Okay, so Robin is going to take out the egg, hopefully. Nice. And then I'm going to move him to this point here, so that way he can start claiming. Let's push Sir George here. And attack the egg.
Thou art but a skid mark upon history's bridges.
Wow. Wow, Sir George. A regular linguist over here. I don't see any more eggs, so I think we're safe. So at this point, it would be claiming this time gate, even claiming this cassette tape, see what that does. And then pushing up this way, I think. But I am concerned because if they get reinforcements, we're going to see that through these manholes. So I want to make sure we have someone near at least this far end time gate. Okay, so for you, now what does this do? I'm curious on that. Move. Defend. Okay, so reinforcements are coming. Oh no, okay, they're coming through the time gates. That's bad for Robin. Okay, so now we're seeing armored hybrids. Wow. Okay, well then. You know what? Great. I'm glad I knew that was going to happen. I had no idea that was going to happen. All right. So, unfortunately not the best spot for Robin. That's very unfortunate. Yeah, I feel like it's weird that you can claim, but then after that you can't defend. You can only move. I feel like you should be able to defend. Cassette collected. Survival added to collection. This track can now be played through the pause menu. Nice. Okay. Yeah, so it is for the soundtrack. We're going to take this guy out. And then let's have you move here and see what this is. Or we can get the gold. Well, it's not that important. Let's see what this is. Anything? Hold on. Open the time capsule to recover loot. Okay. So George ran out of turns, so you can't do that yet. That's fine. Yeah, they are hardcore defending that. Look at that. Okay, move. We're going to claim. Nice. Okay, so one more to go. Have to be really careful with Robin here. Let's have you move here and defend. Interact. Oh, there we go. Gold. Nice. I'm glad it actually comes to us instead of us having to move to each spot to get that. Yeah, we'll confirm it. We'll move them. We'll see what happens. Okay, so this end is clear. We have gold here, but I'm not too worried about it. Reinforcements. Oh, no, they are coming through the manhole. Oh, for love of. Yeah, it's hard to tell with the reinforcements. Like, okay, are they coming through the manholes? Are they coming through the time gates? Evidently both, but you just don't know when. Okay, they don't seem to be taking the claimed time warp, though. Or time gate, so that's something.
Time to show these reptiles who's in charge.
So, interesting. Okay, because I thought for sure this guy would run over here. Actually, you know what? Nope. Let's go cancel. Attack. Yeah. Okay. Robin, what do I want to do with you? I guess just move there. Hamish has first blood, but that effect won't help anything right now. Well, let's see. Who has the most damage here? Too far to attack. Right. I want to move. I'd like to know how much damage I would do first, though. I'm going to assume it's enough. Let's hope for that. Attack. 12. Yes.
Don't let the heels take with thee!
Yeah, you tell them. I'm sure they'll weed their little trousers. Defend. As for Matilda, oh boy. All right.
Make haste, my lord. A pile of turnips awaits me at home.
Oh, boy. No. Cancel. I don't want to retreat. I want to... Oh, do we not have to claim? Because Robin claimed, Matilda claimed. I'm confused because it shows 3 slots. So I assumed that you would need 3 to claim it. 1, 2, 3, but he can't do it. He can only retreat. Okay, I guess it's ours then. So that was a waste of a move. Well, great. Confirm. All right, Hamish, we're not going to worry about the gold. I need you to push forward with everyone else. I want to go too far ahead. Okay, Hamish can move forward. That's good, at least. Or no, that's Robin. Okay, so Robin... Can he attack someone? Let's see. Ooh, okay. He can reach, so that's good. Yeah. Well, luckily we've taken out the eggs already. We've claimed 2 of the time gates. Okay. Feeling a tad uncomfortable, not going to lie. Okay, you're out of here. Like to just put up defend, but you can't do that. Let's move you there. Attack. Let's see. 14, 20. So let's go for the 14. Then we're going to move to the back line. Let's see you. 20 health, 5 speed, 0 defense, but all armored up. That's interesting. Critical chance 3%, basic damage 11. Okay. Attack. Ooh, and a critical. Nice. Next is Hamish. Hamish. Oh, he's just 1 shy. Ugh. All right. I will say I'm impressed by the AI pushing, like trying to guard the different... Okay. One of your heroes has died. Now it's not time to mourn. If you have a sufficient time energy, you can summon a new temporal instance of your fallen hero through a captured time gate. Resummon your fallen hero as soon as you can.
Pain is but a memory.
Anyway, I will say, though, that I am impressed with how the AI know how to guard the different POIs here. Like, that's really cool to see. And honestly, this character going around everyone else to go after Robin Hood was very smart. Trying to take out the range. A bit surprising, though. I was very surprised at that, I will say. Okay, I don't want to... Well, I'm going to have to move. I wish you could defend. It feels so weird that you can't then hit defend, especially if you're a tank. But if you don't want to take full-on damage, you have to move away. Okay, so I don't think there's nothing else I can do. Let's see. Okay, I can summon just by clicking, so that's nice. They don't actually have to run to a time gate. I have to just summon them. So that's handy, at least. let's move you there. Can you
Okay.
hit this enemy from here? Attack. Nice. Man, that damage feels really low, though. Okay. Yeah, I have to say, I'm not a fan of the fact that we start off with people who don't dodge, and we're not able to hit defend after an attack. You can only move. I don't know. I don't care for that. I really don't. All right, so we need 130 temporal energy in order to summon back Sir George. Okay. Which we can get back through attacks. Yeah, I feel like you should be able to defend, because what's going to happen is you're constantly going to constantly be pushing forward to a certain point, right, to a specific POI like a time gate or obsidian cube. And then what's going to happen is that you attack and then you can only run away, which means now you're losing all that ground that you just earned. And then they come in to attack you, they hit you, and you have no way of actually defending yourself. You can't move forward. You have to keep moving backward. And so it's just going to lead to a lot of deaths and a lot of summoning at time gates. So I don't know. I don't quite understand that, I guess. Ooh, yes, let's move to the cube. The cube.
All right.
All right, grab the gold, attack. Okay, he has 6 HP now. We have enough to summon Sir George.
As you wish.
And defend.
No,
Yeah, it's interesting. It's like you can
past my
move and
blade.
defend in that case. But you can't attack and then defend. And unfortunately I had a feeling he was going to do that, and I didn't really want to put Rob in there, but I thought, well, if I can get the attack in, okay. Okay, so we have 5 health left on the cube. We can't defend, so we just move. Wait, cancel. Let's move here. Then Robin, you attack him. Am I too close? I guess I am. Okay, cancel. So then let's move. Now can we attack? There we go.
My aim is true.
Nice, and everyone leveled up. So for Robin, we have 2 health, 2 damage, 10 defense now all of a sudden. That's huge. And then 1 resist slow. Robin fires a deadly shot, dealing damage to his target and any units 3 squares behind him. Piercing shot. Oh, heck yes, let's go. Okay, for Hamish, 3 health, 2 damage, 10 defense, 1 resist bleed. Ooh, level 2 is huge. Look at all these. Savage Prong. Hamish jabs an enemy, dealing damage and knockback for 3 squares. That sounds awesome. Okay. Level 2, we have Sir George, plus 3 health, plus 10 defense, 1 resist slow. Lance of Light. Sir George triggers his helm-mounted laser, dealing damage to a target at range. I love it. Oh, what would Dr. Evil do?
Of course.
Specials. There we go. Lance of Light. Well, we're going to do an attack.
Thou art but a skid mark upon history's bridges.
Thank you for that. Matilda, 2 health, 5% dodge, and 1 resist fire. Gate hack. Matilda uses her Omni tool to claim a time gate in 1 turn. Oh, that's sick. Okay, that is really, really nice. Not gonna lie there. All right, you jerk. Ow, all the power shards. Okay. Savage Prong. We're just going to do normal attack, though. First Blood. Okay, so let's go for the Power Shard. Focus Shard, 3 turns. Oh, man, there's Obsidian, there's Gold, there's cards to grab. There's so much. Flame. I don't know if I can claim from here, but let's see. Ooh, I can. Okay, and actually, Gate Hack. Select to use Gate Hack. You know what? Hopefully that'll just do it.
Every system can be hacked.
And we won't have to pull a bunch of people over there. There you go. Nice. Okay, so, oh, but we couldn't get the cards and we couldn't get the other stuff. Dang. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay, so main mission accomplished. Congratulations, you've claimed all 3 time gates. Now that you control the time gates, Draco will no longer be able to summon forces. You have only one thing left to do now. Kill them all. The enemy have nothing to lose. Okay. Well, I think we did kill them all, though, didn't we? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, dang, so we couldn't collect the cards or anything. So, before you claim the last time gate, if you want to collect anything else, gold or obsidian or anything like that, it seems like you have to do it then. Okay. All right, so we've unlocked mission 2 from there. So now, if we go back home, go to shop. Oh, shop locked. The shop is locked while you are in the middle of clearing an era. Oh, interesting. Okay. So you can't actually jump into the shop until you've cleared out a whole line. Okay, then. So the main goal here is really just taking on objectives and farming the obsidian gold that you can, so that way then you can defeat and keep going. Now, I'm curious on how you end up redoing the missions at a higher difficulty. I mean, do you have to go through every single era before you can do that? Or is it that you can just clear out one era completely and then get to that? That I don't know on. But now, as you can see, we have a checkpoint. So that checkpoint means that if during a run we lose, we have to restart that whole era again. So this will be where we go back to, would be this checkpoint. Yeah, I will say overall, I like the game. I like the stylization. I like the quirkiness to it. I like the nods to pop culture, myth, and history. I think my only qualm would be pretty much the whole, like, well, you can attack, but then you can't defend. Because defense doesn't mean you don't take any damage. It just mitigates the amount of damage you take. And I think that would be more beneficial, especially with, like, heavies and stuff. Because you really can't take much in the way of hits right now. Like, if you take 2 hits, even with a heavy, they're down pretty much. So I just feel like what you're doing is a lot of, I move 2 steps forward, and then I move 5 steps back. And so you're actually getting farther away from the points of interest that you're trying to push to. So that's my only concern, really, with the combat the way it is. Because I think with the mitigation, as defense doesn't negate damage, it should be fine to do that, and you can, you know, have this back and forth with this person instead of feeling like, nope, I have to now move and back away farther than what I feel like I need to. Now, keep in mind, again, yes, you can resummon them with a certain amount of temporal energy, but that's still sending you back, right? Because a lot of times that time gate is behind you. And so now you're summoning by that time gate, and then you have to try to push forward again, only to then be danced backwards and then potentially die and then redo that pattern again. So I can see people, especially on harder difficulties, potentially getting stuck in that loop. So where I think the combat is fun, and I think there's a lot of really interesting abilities that do very interesting things and multiple things at once, damage and knockback and all this, it is kind of concerning to see that whole back and forth cycle, and, you know, how is that really going to play out? So there is definitely strategy to it. Maybe it's just a little bit different than what I'm used to. That could very much be it as well, to be completely fair to the game. But that's really the only qualm I have. Otherwise, I like the music. I like that you can unlock more soundtrack. I like that you can, you know, recover more cards. You have the shop system once you complete an era. So there's quite a bit to this, and they give you a lot of phases, but they also give you a lot of objectives. So it's not just one core thing that you focus in on. So I will say I definitely like it. I would say show them some support and check it out for yourself. And if you really like it, awesome. Let me know in the comments. And if you have any tips and tricks, feel free to share those in the comments as well. But thank you so very much for joining me for Reptilian Rising here on MindMine. Take care of yourselves and each other, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.